to reject the notion that PWDs are not qualified. That's pedestrian, Chair. Because every job has a description. Even when we're hiring the IEBC commissioners, any independent officers, you will always find PWD people who are qualified for those positions. Chair, I remember when we were processing the County Attorney Act, when I was chair and then, I used to be powerful, Sifuna, before you came. When I was the chair and then, one of the requirements was that we need a county attorney who is 7 years experience as a practicing advocate. Many people rejected, especially from certain parts of this country, saying you cannot get a lawyer who can come and work, for example, in a region like Mandera or somewhere in Busia. But when the law passed, there were so many advocates who applied for those positions. So it is similar argument, Chair, that we should not reduce this conversation to the qualifications of PWDs. These are affirmative decisions that the governor must give us practical solutions to this issue. Because if we just leave this room and the governor says, you know, the PWDs are not mostly qualified, I can tell you for free from my interactions as a leader in this country, there are so many PWDs people who are qualified. And by the way, they are talented in some ways that some of you might not believe. So that might not believe, Chair. So, Chair, let me rest it there. But I just wondered, because Governor has captured it very well by saying this is an affirmative position. That's why I asked a simple question. Out of these 69 employees, 51 of them are PWDs. I asked him a simple question. How many, since he came to office, including maybe even partner staff? You can say one of my partisan staff is a PWD, for example. So my question, Chair, if the governor can just answer, I know there have been a staff attrition, a few hiring. How many since he came to office that he has hired, including even his own partisan staff?
Okay, Mr. Chairman, I can answer that question very fast. But you see, to say that I said that no people living with disabilities who are not qualified in Kenya is completely missing the point. And Mr. President, what I was saying, I didn't mean that. Number two, at the very senior level in the county government of Trans Nzoia, I have got a CC, who is a person living with disability and is here. I have a chief officer who is on a wheelchair. How many counties are like that in this country?
I think just speak for Trans Nzoia.
Those are very, very deliberate efforts that we make for purposes of inclusion. And that's why I'm proposing that every time you say 5% is reserved for people with disabilities, can it be reserved? And will not be filled until we get people with disabilities from wherever. That can serve us better. Then it means we're going even to go down in terms of quality and wage. Mr. Chairman, I remember when I was in the provincial administration, we used to say that to be a chief, you must have a C, plain. But there are counties in this republic where you couldn't get C anywhere. And there are chiefs who are employed with the KCP, they're on the payroll. The same can apply to people with disabilities. Like Honorable Sifuna was saying, in this country, how many people with visual impairment has KCS certificates? There are very, very, very few. So if you are rigid and you are saying everybody applying for this position must have these minimum qualifications, then we are going to lock out all these people, in spite of the fact that we have made the provisions for them.
Now, we need to close this argument. If you go by the...
Maybe you can just stand, you see him.
No, it's okay.
Yeah, you can see the disability, really.
No, it's okay. We don't want... Just take your seat. Just take your seat.
Honorable Chair, let me make a contribution to that very important debate. Maybe we must come from a point of some information. I come from a village, we are 4, and we sit as a community. 3 of them never went beyond class 8. And when the jobs are advertised, the minimum requirement cuts across. I think, Honorable Chair, with a lot of respect, it is incumbent to this Honorable House to come with a favorable law, considering the type of